This is Extra Factors 52 with a cover by Robert Fieldman. I won't get into all its problems, like the fact that Sabreclaw has 2 left feet. This issue, it gives us a big battle between Wingman and Sabreclaw, and it really delivers on that front. This is written by Louise Simonson, and we have got a great opening splash page of Wingman here. If you didn't know your comics or your Excellent Men history, there's a fair bit of backstory required for this one. What happened was Wingman used to be an ordinary looking bloke with big feathery wings, but then he was horrifically maimed by a group of baddies and he lost his wings. Then he became depressed and suicidal. And Armageddon, he exploited Wingman and transformed him into one of his evil jockeys. And he got metal wings and blue skin, and he was all evil and violent now. Then he overcame Armageddon's influence and he became a goody bird again, and he rejoined the Excellent Men, but he is still all miserable now, and he is fighting against all his violent urges all the time. By this point, he had been back on the Excellent Men for a year and change, and we are slowly setting up a love story with him and this Afro-American policewoman, Denise Shaniqua. There is a paradox, a black police. She won't know whether to riot in the streets or shoot herself without cause. And her and this homeless person, they have uncovered the body of the mutie who was killed at the start of the last issue by Sabreclaw. Wingman, he oversees all that, and we have some romance here, which is a lot more depressing than you would expect. Sabreclaw, he has been hunting down homeless muties, but he has decided to chase after greater game, i.e. Wingman. And here's something you haven't seen much of, Sabreclaw using a gun. There's something about that really felt pleasing to us. Like Sabreclaw, he is meant to be a former government agent and a Black Ops contract killer. So it was kind of nice seeing him using a sniper rifle. And this is actually before they reveal all his backstory. He shoots Wingman out of the sky, and then we cut away to the worst of the 3 plots in this issue. It is a double date with the Smurf and his reporter lady girlfriend, and Cyclist and the Ore. They are in a restaurant, and they are attacked by giant cockroaches. Our other storyline is continuing from the last issue, and it is linked to the whole Sabreclaw plot. We have got a young girl called Trisha Tanaka who is working in a music shop, and the homeless mutie called Mole has started living in the shop's basement. Mole, he was one of the muties that Sabreclaw was hunting down for sport, until he got bored and went after Wingman. And we have got 2 elements at play here. Firstly, Trisha Tanaka has to hide Mole's presence from her boss at the shop, who is a complete twat. And secondly, we have kind of a Beauty and the Beast thing, a kind of sweet little story about this nice woman looking after a vulnerable mutie. My only problem with this is that in this issue, they kind of rush through it. It would have worked better if they had this as like a slow build in the background. But they try to fast track it here to the point where the Excellent Men, or rather just Snowman, get involved with the plot. And then we have got this really long and really exciting fight between Sabreclaw and Wingman. It is a no-holds-barred fight, and of course Wingman, he has a personal stake in it. It was Sabreclaw's allies who caused him the loss of his original wings, which all led to his eventual transformation into Armageddon's jockey. The other Excellent Men fight cockroaches, And then Snowman, he is babysitting, he is looking after baby Cables, and he goes to the music shop to buy Kate Bush's new album, and he meets Trisha Tanaka and Sparks Fly, and they are gonna go out on a date now. But Mole, he overhears all this, and he gets jealous of Snowman. I didn't think the idea is that Mole fancies Trisha Tanaka. I think it's more Mole is angry about Snowman taking her attention away from him. And this fight between Sabreclaw and Wingman is really brutal. And it's a bit of a shame that the art isn't quite good at capturing that. These two characters, they're proper chopping into each other and pounding away at each other, but it's kind of telegraphed like a regular superhero fight. Like this panel here, what's happening is Sabreclaw, he's actually seriously wounding Wingman. He's like slicing his gut open. You can see there he's like bleeding. But the panel, it kind of looks like a standard fight panel. Like he's just punching him away or something. Meanwhile, the other excellent men fight the cockroaches, and it turns out the cockroaches, they are being controlled by this really hard Silver Age excellent men villain that absolutely nobody remembers. He only appeared in one single issue of Excellent Men in the 60s, and this here is his only other appearance. I like that. Good on you, Louise Simons. I love when writers do stuff like this. You want a disposable villain for a subplot? Well, look into the character's history for one, rather than just taking a prominent generic C-list baddie like Shockstar or Plantmaster and putting them into this story only to be a minor threat. I am a person just like you, but I have got better things to do. So Snowman, he goes on his date with Trisha, and Mole decides to follow after them and try and ruin their night out. I think this comes too quickly. We haven't really built up the Trisha and Mole bond enough to make Mole's actions here anything but that of an incel. We really needed to see more of Trisha Tanaka looking after Mole, or stuff like that, to make his jealousy be anything besides toxic, possessive behaviour. And we also cap off our big fight with Wingman. He is critically wounded and slowly bleeding to death, and Sabreclaw is taunting him. But then Wingman delivers a fatal blow of his own, and he slashes Sabreclaw up with his metallic wings. And Sabreclaw, he falls to the floor injured, and both the combatants lie defeated with very similar damages. If you read the issue before this, you know that a third party is about to enter this fight too. I am glad that I reread this one, because when I looked at the issue before this, I was starting to think that this stretch of issues was more of a guilty pleasure than anything else. But this is a brilliant issue. Everything is moving along, and we have got fantastic set pieces and nice stories and a strong fight sequence between Wingman and Sabreclaw. I think this is great, so I'm going to give it 7 thumbs up.